Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, where you get brews, reviews, but best of all, views.
Welcome to Lost in the Lakes review time. Bit of a weird angle on this one, just because I thought it'd be easier to show you. My sleep system. Maybe if I get down here. So, my sleep system consists of what pretty much everyone else's does: a sleeping mat, a pillow, a sleeping bag, and that is a seat. Right, mine consists of quite a lot of Thermarest stuff, and then this Nemo pillow. So thousands of reviews on this sleeping mat. It's tiny, it's light, it's really warm. It's the Thermarest NeoAir NXT. This pillow here is the Nemo Fillo Elite. Again, it's tiny, it's quite comfortable as well. This thing here is, if you've seen any of my videos, it's the Thermarest Trekker chair, and we'll get to that in a minute. And last but not least, this thing. This is the Alpkit Pipedream 400. With all this, I can go down to about 0 degrees and be quite comfortable. I used to pack this down in a little bag, but because my bag's got like a little compression thing in the bottom of it, I kind of shove all this together and compress it in. So this sleeping bag is rated down to, I think it's about -4 or something like that, comfort rating. Alpkit have their own comfort rating on these things. I'll be quite happily at 0 with this. I'm not a warm or a cold sleeper, I'm just an average sleeper. So this thing packs down really small. It's 1/2 kilo. It's got baffles to stop any sort of weird drafts. It's got a nice hood, and it works well. There's a reason why quite a lot of people have these. For the price of them, for what you get quite a good sleeping bag. Now, the other thing that people probably haven't seen as much of is the Nemo. This comes in its own little bag. This pillow here, I won't blow it up, but it blows up into a pillow, of course. It's got a little bit of, not down, but it's like some sort of insulation, but it'll puff up quite good. And again, you can see how much it packs down, and it doesn't take too much effort to pack it down, but not on a video. Do that later. Now this is the Trekker chair. This is the chair. This is the thing that makes your sleeping mat into a chair. Now, how it does that? A second. Is like so. It's got 4 kind of stiff rods in there. It's like solid plastic. And what you do is you stuff your roll mat into that side, and in into there. What I tend to do is, as I'm blowing it up, I'll do this. You clip it in, fold it back on itself and back into there, and then you have this chair, which if you go and check some of my videos, I think you'll probably see it more in my when I slept on Carl's side. I used it quite a lot in that video, so you'll see it there. It works really well, and it's lighter than anything else. I think it only weighs about 300 grams or something like that, and it folds away into next to nothing. So I have used it just the chair itself, without the roll mat. When it gets cold, but it works. The main reason why I got this was for winter camping, when you're sat in the tent for a long time, and you can use it in a tent. I was a bit worried about the weight on the bottom of the tent, but since I got my my 4-season Southern Cross 1, the ground sheet's such, quite thick, so I'm not really worried about that. Thermarest NeoAir. Now this is the NXT. I felt the difference between the old one and the new one, and this one is a lot quieter. It doesn't sound like a packet of crisps. Let's just get this one out. Now, this is it. Obviously it gets a bit wider. I've got the, what version have I got? This version. This is the version I've got. It's the standard width, that shape, so it goes down to a bit thinner at the bottom. Now I've also got, the Thermarest. Everyone's got the, I forget the name of them now. The other ones are these to help blow these up. This one isn't as powerful, but you don't need any adapters for it. Now what I'll do is I'll just let that sit and blow that up. Now it takes time to do that. And what I'll do while that's blowing that up, I'll thread this on. Usually go from the bottom up. And just sort of feed it in. It's a bit awkward because I'm on a table. Get there eventually. Put it right up near the top. Unclip this. Put that around there. As you can see there. And that's starting to blow up. Now a few people say these pumps are quite weak. Yes they are, but tend to do just enough for what I need. Right, let's see if that's going to do just enough for what I need. So you basically fold that underneath there, put this strap across here, Let's just lock that off for now. Now it is flat, but for demonstration purposes, that's probably enough. Lock that off there. Lock that off there. And then it becomes a seat. You can sit on there, lean back on there, and it gives you a really warm, comfortable seat. You can just see the back of it there. I would show you a demonstration of me sitting on it, but again, this is a tabletop review, so we're a bit limited to what we've got. Hang on, let's see if I can come up a little bit. There we go. Right, so sit on there, lean against there, and you get a comfy chair. Again, you've got these straps, you got, so all the weight comes back down on here. It's got this extra, not padding, but like sort of sleeving on the bottom of that. So when it is on the bottom of the tent, it doesn't dig in. And again, you know, you can take this outside on nice days, sit down, and it's the warmest chair you're going to get because it's so insulated. And then when you come to sleep, all I do is unhook these two, kick them out of the way, and that's it. Sometimes, what I have done, I tell you what, I'll blow this thing up now. Right, so there's a pillow. If the pillow's moving around a lot, sometimes just tuck it under there and just lean on that. And you can pull that up a bit further. And again, I tend to unclip that as well. And that is as comfy as, obviously when it's blown up, it's comfy enough for me. I'm quite a light sleeper, and I'm a side sleeper as well, so I do like the pillow. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you can hear it's a lot quieter than the original NeoAir. It doesn't wake you up when you're sleeping on it anyway. Also with this, it's got an inflate and a deflate. There we go. In deflate on that side, inflate. So it's the same fan. You just put it on that way and it'll deflate it. It doesn't suck everything out, but it helps you fold it up. And again, this Trekker chair, I'd say you can actually use it without the roll mat. I haven't tried it with any other mats. I do have a Alpkit mat. I might try that with that. It's more of a lightweight summer mat, but to be honest, this thing's light enough and cool enough. Packing this away, I tend to just throw all the straps in there, wrap it round, and then throw it in the bag. Again, because it's got them bars in it, that it's just nice and easy to put away. And again, that weighs next to nothing. This is the Trekker Chair 20, so I think it's a 22 or a 24, the other one. So obviously it goes by the width of your sleeping mat. So Thermarest do have it on the website, so you can work out which sleeping mat you've got and which chair you need. And again, 50 quid, which you think it's a lot, but how much is one of them Hillanox chairs? I'm pretty sure they're about 100, probably a bit more now. I do have one, I just never used it because this setup for me seems to just work. Right, let's put this thing on deflate. Now what I tend to do again when you're in the tent, make sure with these, push it on and make sure when you're inflating this thing's open, because it's just easier. Right, let's put it on deflate. Always try and get this flat. What I tend to do is just try and get it as flat as I can, leave it, do something else, pack something else away. There's always something to pack away. And just let it do its thing. Yeah, these sleeping bags come in left and right zip as well. And I mean, I think the only thing with this sleeping bag over my other one is it seems to have a lot of feathers come out of it. As you can see, there's one floating around now. But this one has had a lot more use. Right, so you can see this starting to crinkle up now. And what I tend to do is just loosely roll this up first. Let the air suck it. So you can see how slow it is. And I think the other version, I can't remember what they're called now, but the different version of these, they're a lot more powerful. But the downside is the battery life. These, I just let it run. So let's let that will deflate a bit more. Now this is the easiest way I've found to deflate these. So even if you haven't got one of these, just roll it up initially and get as much air out. So with this, obviously, it takes more air out like that. But before that, I was locking it on and then rolling it back out. So you can see a lot of air's got out there already. And again, I just leave it on and then fold it up. Right, this is going to be awkward because this table is not so long. I'm going to try my best. Let's just try. Folding that first. I tend to fold the bottom first, but today obviously is going to be a little bit harder. So I'm just folding it off camera. And again, I sort of fold the insides, and if you think it's got to fit that, so try and get it into quarters like that. This bottom bit, you kind of got to fold that up. There, you can probably see this bottom bit here. You kind of just got to fold them in like that. And then I tend to start with the smallest bit and then just slowly do that. And obviously, just get this over here, see, and then ever so slowly just push the air out. Again, it's a lot easier in a longer tent. And what I tend to do is do that, put my knee on it, and then just push air out. Again, I'm making this look awkward because it's on a table. Pull that off last minute. Do what you can with the rest of it. Lock it off. Fit it in, and usually it goes in like that. So all I do is I just dump that in the middle, and then that's the roll mat done. So you can see, you know, that's plenty more room in there. Let's do this this thing as well while we're at it. So with this, I've got no not really any way of doing it. I just stuff it in the bag like you would with a sleeping bag. Like so. There we go. So that's them. Let's see if we can get a smaller version of this bag. I'm just, oops. I suppose we could put it in its hood, if anything, so it can press itself. Just to give you an idea of my sleep and sit system. It's going to be smaller than that, isn't it? Trouble is, I don't know where the bag is. So that tends to go down to about that sort of height. So there you go. That's my full sleep system, and that'll do me down to about, yeah, I mean, comfortable 0. I've been in -5, had thermal pants on, thermal top, down jacket, down pants. Didn't need gloves, but I needed a hat as well, and that was at -5 on a hill, and that was which video was that? That would have been I think it was Barrow in the snow, and yeah, actually no, it wasn't. That was with a different sleeping mat. So same bag, but the Alpkit one, which was an R rating of 1.4, whereas this is 4.2. So I reckon you'd be quite comfortable in -5 with all this. Price 60 quid, 220, 50, 180. If you hunt around, you can get them for about 180. These have been on deals for about 160, maybe down to 150. You wouldn't need that if you were sleeping, but it does make the night a bit better because you can sit up in your tent. And these about 50 quid. You can probably get them down to 40, 45 if you look around. I got a deal on the sleeping bag. Thermarest. I got that off eBay for 30 quid and never been used. Yeah, this, I think I paid near full price for this. It was maybe 190 for that, and I paid 50 quid for that. Do you think a lot? It's a lot for a pillow, but if you see how small it is, I can fit it in my hand. And it's it's lightweight, and bag's big enough with all the other crap that I take with us, because I tend to take a bit of everything, so I try and keep things as small as possible. But yeah, this will see me through pretty much most Cumbrian mountains during most 3 seasons, so from April all the way through September, October. And then I think all I'd have to do is just upgrade my sleeping bag, which I have. I've got an old 4-season sleeping bag that just seems to do me well. And obviously down pants, get some down. I know they look silly, but get some, really good. I just used the Nature Hike ones, 50 quid, and they're brilliant. So that is pretty much it. Again, these look funny, but they really work. They really work well. Love the idea of them. One of the very few seats you can have in your tent. This time of year, probably, not so used. I've got a sit mat. And what I've done before is used a sit mat with that, so just a X-Ped little Z, I think Thermarest call it a Z chair, like a little eggshell thing, and just sit on that with that, and it's comfortable enough. And yeah. Right, so that's been my review of my whole sleep system. So quite a few items. If anyone wants a more in-depth look on any of this, let me know in the comments, and I can give you a review when I'm out on the fells, or I can set this up and you can see it in the tent, or whatever you want. Alright, this has been Lost in the Lakes, and we'll see you in the next one.